I was beat, I was raped, I was shot and left for dead. From the rape, I ended up HIV positive. I walked away from the rehab. I didn't even leave by doctor's orders. I left on my own. I walked into the world, and I walked into the world of drinking and drugging. And I did that for probably a good 10, 11 years. My doctor one day called me, and her name was Jill, and she told me about my count, and that it was under 200, and that mean that I was really now AIDS. It was not just HIV positive, and it was basically because of the things that I was doing. I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't taking my meds. I wasn't doing any of those things. And she told me that day, you know, hey, you got one foot on a banana peel and the other in the grave. And it's like, hey, that came home. I felt that, you know. And it was the beginning of a new life. I had no idea. I knew it was going to be at that moment, but it really was. This was the hand that I was dealt. But I didn't have to play it in a negative manner. I could play this hand in a positive manner. Learn about it, understand it, learn to live with it, not allow it to dictate my life. I volunteered there 7 years, way before they have paying jobs, which I got one of those now too. But I mean, I found a place I belong. I had a voice that needed to be heard. And I had something for people that were like me to let them understand that HIV didn't have to make you. It didn't have to dictate your life. You didn't have to allow it to make you the man or the woman or the young girl or the young boy that was diagnosed with it, that you were much bigger than the virus. And we are. We're human beings that are living with something that we're bigger than. So once it warms up, I'll have to come out here and take all these dead leaves off. I've done a lot of things that I'm not proud of, but you know, that was Peaches. That was a street name I used to call myself. And I had a symbolic burial for her. What I did was, I've got some seeds, and first I wrote a letter to Peaches, and I wrote her a goodbye letter. I wrote a goodbye letter to all the drugs, to alcohol, and all the things that I used to do in the past, and I said goodbye to it. And then I set that afire and turned it into ash. I took those ashes and I mixed it with soil. And I put some seeds in that soil. And I had a whizzle up old palm tree that I got at the grocery store that the people were going to kick out because they said it was no good. I brought it home. I've got 2 palm trees outside now that come from that one died whizzle up one. And that's me in a sense, because I was like dead whizzle, fading away. But because of the change and the people that took time to talk to me, to make me understand what I was doing and how I was the culprit in my life. I was killing myself by the things that I chose to do. Sometimes brings me to tears just to see where I've come from, basically. It's a long journey. It's a good one though. And I plan on to think about it. It's more than I could have dreamed for, basically. It's really more than I could have ever dreamed for. If someone took the time and believed in me enough, and they did, and they put me in a place where I truly have a purpose. Life without purpose is not worth living. And now I know that I have a purpose, and it's getting up in the morning, and you know, it's worthwhile getting up.